Everyone, welcome to biology class. In this class we are going to see 9th standard biology chapter 20 organ system in animals. In this part of the video we are going to discuss about the human excretory system. The metabolic activities continuously take place in living cells. As a result of the metabolic activities, the metabolic products are produced by the biochemical reaction are not utilized by the body because certain nitrogenous toxic waste substances are also produced. So these nitrogenous toxic waste substances are called as excretory products. And in human beings, urea is the major excretory product. So this is very important. So the major excretory product in human being is urea. So several organisms, they will be excreting out different excretory product like ammonia in case of fishes, uric acid in case of birds, like that. But in case of human beings, urea is the major excretory product. The tissues and the organs which are associated with the removal of these waste products will constitute the excretory system. So in our body, what are all the tissues and the organs which are involved in the removal of waste products constitute the excretory system. The human excretory system consists of a pair of kidney. So it consists of two kidneys. So it's called a pair. It produces the urine and also it consists of a pair of ureter. So this structure is referred to as ureter, which will conduct the urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder. So this structure is referred to as urinary bladder. So this is the place where the urine is stored temporarily. Till it is excreted out, it is stored here in the urinary bladder. And also it consists of urethra, through which the urine is voided by bladder contraction. Voided means it is sent out or it is passed out. So by means of the bladder contraction, the urine is sent out through the opening called urethra. So this is the human excretory system, which comprises of a pair of kidney. It consists of a pair of ureter, a urinary bladder and a urethra. If the waste products are accumulated and not eliminated, they become harmful and poisonous to the body. So if as a result of the metabolic reaction, the waste products are produced, we just now saw. And if the waste product are not removed from the body and if it starts to accumulate in our body, since it is toxic substance, it will be harmful or poisonous to our body. So excretion plays an important role in homeostatic condition of the body. So maintaining homeostatic condition. Homeostatic condition is nothing but maintaining a steady state environment inside the body is referred to as homeostatic condition. Some of the excretory organs other than kidney. So the excretory organ other than kidney are skin. Skin is also known to remove the waste products. It will remove small amounts of water, urea and salt in the form of sweat. So through the skin we excrete out sweat and through the sweat the waste products are removed. And the other excretory organ other than the kidney is one is skin and the other one is lung. The lungs will eliminate the carbon dioxide and water vapor through exhaling. Exhaling is, in case of breathing, you will be having both inhaling and exhaling. So inhaling is nothing but taking in of air is referred to as inhaling. Exhaling means passing out of the air from the lungs is referred to as exhaling. So as a result of exhaling, the carbon dioxide is also a waste product which is produced out of the result of respiration process. Carbon dioxide is produced which is sent out through the eliminated by means of the lungs. Next, let's see in detail about skin. So skin, it is also an excretory organ. It is the outermost covering of the body. The skin is going to stretch all over the body in the form of a layer. So it is the covering 15% of adult human body weight because it is found throughout the body. It is the outermost covering. And there are many structures and glands derived from the skin. So from the skin we might have glands such as sweat gland, which is going to excrete out sweat, and also the skin has a sebaceous gland. Sebaceous gland are nothing but the oil secreting gland which secrete sebum or oil. So the skin has several glands. Okay. Next, it eliminates the metabolic waste through perspiration. The waste product, the metabolic, as a result of the body's functioning, certain waste will be produced. Those waste will be sent out through perspiration. Perspiration is nothing but through the sweating. So that process is referred to as perspiration. The human body will function normally at a temperature of 37 degrees Celsius. So you have to write here degree. You should not put like this star. You have to write a degree symbol. So the human body functions normally at a temperature of 37 degrees Celsius, and when it gets hot, that is the normal body temperature, if it is exceeded, the sweat glands will start secreting sweat. Okay, the sweat will function to lower the body temperature, thereby maintaining the body temperature of 37 degree Celsius. So the sweat will contain water, and also it consists of small amount of other chemical substances such as ammonia, urea, lactic acids and salt mainly sodium chloride. The sweat passes through the pores in the skin. Okay, so from where the sweat is sent out, so there will be pores in the skin. Through these pores are nothing but opening. So through these pores, the sweat is excreted out and then it will get evaporated. Kidney. So kidneys are the major excretory organ or the chief excretory organ. The kidneys are bean-shaped organ. So it is of the bean shape and it is reddish brown in color. The kidney, they lie on either side of the vertebral column in the abdominal cavity attached to the dorsal body wall. So you have a vertebral column, the backbone. On either side of the vertebral column, you can find the kidney. The right kidney is placed lower than the left kidney, as the liver takes up much space on the right side. On the right side of the body, we have an organ called liver. So due to the presence of the liver, the right kidney is somewhat lower. It is placed lower than the left kidney. So this can be asked as a question. Justify why the right kidney is slightly lower than the left kidney. You have to write the right kidney is slightly lower than the left kidney because the liver is found on the right side of the body. Each kidney is about 11 cm long, 5 cm wide and 3 cm thick. And the kidney is covered by means of a fibrous connective tissue, and the name of the tissue is referred to as capsule. The renal capsule, adipose capsule and a fibrous membrane. When you see the internal structure of the kidney will be having an outer structure. The outer structure is referred to as cortex, it is dark, and the inner structure is referred to as medulla, it is somewhat pale or lighter. And both these regions will be containing the uriniferous tubule or nephron. So nephron is the structural and functional unit of kidney. So it is nephron is responsible for the production of urine. So we will see in the upcoming slides. The medulla region consists of conical masses, and these masses are referred to as pyramid. They are referred to as medullary pyramid or renal pyramid, and its bases are adjacent to the cortex. On the inner concave side of each kidney, so this is a convex surface of the kidney. This side is the concave face, and in the concave face of the kidney a notch is here. It is referred to as this space is referred to as the hilum. So through the hilum only all the blood vessels will enter into the kidney, the nerves will enter into the kidney, and this ureter will leave out the kidney in that notch like structure which is referred to as hilum. Next, ureter. So here you can see very well clearly, you can see the right kidney is slightly lower than the left kidney. That point you could see. And this space is referred to as the hilum. This depression on the concave side is referred to as hilum. Here you could see the blood vessels, ureter, everything. It is going to pass through this depression called as hilum. So ureter. Ureter are thin, they are thin here you could see, thin muscular tube. They are emerging out from this hilum. The urine enters the ureter from the renal pelvis. So the pelvic region, so I'll show you what is pelvic region. So this region, so here you could see in the diagram. So this region is called pelvic region. So from the pelvic region only the urine is sent out to the ureter. The ureter carry the urine from kidney to the urinary bladder. So this is the muscular tube-like structure. It will carry the urine from the kidney to the bladder, urinary bladder. So this urinary bladder is a sac-like structure. It lies in the pelvic cavity of the abdomen. And this is the place where the urine is temporarily stored till it is sent out of the body. Next is urethra. So you should not confuse ureter with urethra. So ureter is this muscular tube which connects the kidney to the urinary bladder. And urethra is a short, small, membranous tube. It conducts urine to the exterior. Exterior means it is sent out. The urethral sphincters. So there will be certain muscles which are found at this region, urethral sphincter. It will keep the urethra closed and opens only at the time of micturition. Micturition is nothing but urination. Only when urine is passed out, that time only the urethra is open. Okay, to send out the urine. The other time and all, this urethra will be kept closed. Next, functions of kidney. Very, very important answer. Functions of kidney. The kidney maintains the fluid and electrolyte balance in our body. So it maintains the fluid and electrolyte, salt, okay, and water balance in our body. Also, it regulates the acid-base balance of the blood, thereby regulating the pH of the blood. Acid-base, it regulates. And also, it maintains the osmotic pressure in blood and tissues. And also, it helps to retain the important plasma constituents like glucose and amino acids. These components are not sent out through the urine. It will be made to present in the blood itself. So it will not be filtered. So that's it about the kidney. The next we will see about the structure of nephron. So nephron is the structural and functional unit of kidney. So they are very, very important structure. They are structural and functional unit of kidney. Each kidney will have more than 1 million nephron. So this is a nephron. This is responsible for the filtering of the blood, okay, and removal of the metabolic waste is made by means of this structure called nephron. The nephron consists of this renal corpuscle or malphizian corpuscle. So this structure is referred to as the corpuscle, and these structures are referred to as tubes, okay, renal tubule. The renal corpuscle, so this part, it consists of a cup-shaped structure. So that cup-shaped structure is referred to as Bowman's capsule. It contains capillaries. And the capillaries inside, you could see this red color capillaries. This part is referred to as glomerulus. And the glomerulus will be surrounded by a cup-like structure which is referred to as Bowman's capsule. The Bowman's capsule continues as the renal tube. Okay, so from here it continues as a renal tube. Into 3 divisions you could notice. One is this highly coiled region which is referred to as proximal convoluted tubule. So the coil part is referred to as proximal convoluted tubule. And this U-shaped part is referred to as U-shaped hairpin loop of Henle. It is found at the distal convoluted tubule, and the distal convoluted tubule opens into the collecting duct or collecting tubule. Okay, and this collecting tubule will end into the waste or drained into the renal pelvis, and the renal pelvis, as you know, it will be opening into the ureter, and from the ureter the urine will be sent out to the urinary bladder where it is temporarily stored, and later the urine is expelled out through the urethra. So this is the structure of nephron. Now let's see mechanism of urine formation. So the process of urine formation includes 3 stages. Okay, very important stages. First is glomerular filtration. Next is tubular reabsorption. Next is tubular secretion. The first one, glomerular filtration. So the filtration of blood is going to take place. Where the blood is going to get filtered? It is going to get filtered in the glomerulus, okay, and Bowman's capsule. And the filtrate, okay, which is filtered by the glomerulus, the filtrate is referred to as glomerular filtrate. It will contain both the essential substances, also it will be found in the glomerulus, and also the non-essential substances which are present in the blood. It will be filtered. Next is tubular reabsorption. The filtrate in the proximal convoluted tubule. So there will be the filtrate, and this filtrate will contain the essential substances. The name of the essential substances are glucose, amino acid, vitamins, sodium, potassium, bicarbonate and water. So all these are essential substances. So these essential substances will be reabsorbed into the blood by the process of selective reabsorption. Next is tubular secretion. The substances such as H plus ions or K plus ions are secreted into the tubule. And this tubular filtrate is now known as urine, and the urine is hypertonic in man. Hypertonic means it consists of increased amount of these waste which is present in urine, so it is referred to as hypertonic. And finally the urine will pass through the collecting ducts to the pelvis and through the ureter into the urethra, and the process of sending out the urine from or excreting out the urine is referred to as micturition. A healthy person excretes, again noted down, 1 to 2 liters of urine per day. So this is about the mechanism of urine formation. It consists of 3 stages: glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption and tubular secretion. So glomerular filtration, glomerulus is going to act as a filtrating unit and it is going to filter the blood. Tubular reabsorption means again it is taken back, is referred to as reabsorption. All the essential products are taken back, so it is referred to as reabsorption. Next is tubular secretion. So what happens during the tubular secretion? The urine is made and it is excreted out through the urethra, which process is referred to as micturition. Route of urine flow. So first the blood is going to get filtered in the glomerulus. That filtration process is referred to as ultrafiltration. And the Bowman's capsule. So once glomerulus is going to filter the blood, it is received, the glomerular filtrate is received by Bowman's capsule. What happens in this proximal convoluted tubule? Reabsorption takes place. Whatever important or essential things in the filtrate, the essential things will be reabsorbed. That process takes place in proximal convoluted tubule, such as water, glucose, sodium and chloride ions. Next is loop of Henle. In the ascending and the descending loop of Henle, absorption of water and sodium ions takes place. And distal convoluted tubule, furthermore reabsorption of chloride and water. Then it is passed through the collecting tubule, and through the collecting duct the urine will be sent from the kidney to the ureter, and from ureter to the bladder and then to the urethra, and through the urethra the urine is sent out or eliminated from the body. And do you know, 2 healthy kidneys contain a total of about 2 million nephron. Okay, very important point. So in kidney there will be about 2 million nephron, and it will filter 170 to 180 liters of blood per day. Okay, so blood is keeping on circulated, so it filters 170 to 180 liters. And the kidney reabsorb and redistribute. So whatever it is filtered, 95% of them will be reabsorbed and redistributed. Only 1% is going to be sent out through the urine. The first kidney transplant. In 1954, Joseph E. Murray and his colleagues at Peter Bent Brigham Hospital in Boston, which is in USA, they performed the first successful kidney transplant between Ronald and Richard Herrick, who were identical twins. So transplantation is nothing but whenever there is a kidney failure, so the kidney will be transplanted from one person to another. That process is called as kidney transplantation. And the first successful kidney transplant was between Ronald and Richard. Okay, they were identical twins, and the recipient Richard died after 8 years of transplantation. Dialysis or artificial kidney. When the kidney lose their filtering efficiency, so what will happen? The waste starts to accumulate in the body because the waste is not able to be eliminated because the kidney is not filtering properly. So this condition is known as the renal failure or otherwise referred to as kidney failure. So what will be done in case of kidney or renal failure? So an artificial kidney is used to filter the blood of the patient, and the patient is said to be put on dialysis, and the process of purifying blood by artificial kidney is referred to as hemodialysis. So this setup is referred to as artificial kidney. The blood is filtered by means of the process called dialysis, and here the blood is going to get purified. So this process is called as hemodialysis. And when renal failure cannot be treated, so if it cannot be treated, the kidney failure cannot be treated by any drug or even by dialysis, what is the only option? The only option is to do kidney transplantation. So that's it. In this class, we have seen in detail about the human excretory system. Meet you in the next video. Thank you.